Alright, can just back on the side right now, please. Just back. Hey, boss. Yes, sir. One goal! Once again, General, we love you! Come here! Hold on, ease up, come back. I told him, see one behind us, sir. Come on, man. No, left the picture, they might see. Yeah, can bring your thing.
...2024 does his magic trick of making the craziest things happen, and the world boss Vybz Kartel has been freed from Jamaican prison. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkers Road reporting for the Chick Smooth channel. We gotta talk about this. Today, according to Fox 5 and many news outlets, the Jamaican Court of Appeal ordered Vybz Kartel and his 3 co-defendants to be freed after the dancehall star, who's been sick for a long time, spent years behind bars. Quoting Fox 5, in a unanimous decision Wednesday, the court decided against a retrial in the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, whose body was never found. They say, quote, "We conclude that the interest of justice does not require a new trial to be ordered," the court read. Now, it wasn't like he was found not guilty. As you see here, the court cited the psychological and financial effects that it would have on the appellants. Referring to the health condition of Vybz Kartel, which we'll get to in a minute, his defense has cited the severe lockdown conditions he's been in since 2011. They've described his holding as a brick cell with no air circulation, no water, and a bucket for a toilet. And in 2023, a sworn medical affidavit from Kartel's private doctor notified authorities that his Graves' disease and heart condition were getting worse. And if he didn't get surgery soon, it could be fatal. The court said that there was sufficient evidence to suggest that Kartel would not be able to complete a potentially longer sentence if there were to be a retrial. This also means that Kartel's 3 co-defendants won't face a retrial either. He's been in a Jamaican jail since 2011, as he was convicted in 2014. But according to Fox 5, Kartel's conviction was quashed in the spring, and the British Privy Council gave the Jamaican court the chance to decide on a retrial or outright acquittal, meaning there will be no further prosecutions. So after about a decade of being in prison, lawyers representing the defendants made an appeal back in 2020, but the convictions were upheld. The appeal was then pushed to the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final court of appeal, in 2024, which overturned the convictions due to juror misconduct. In that decision, the higher court kicked it back to Jamaica, who made the final decision of do they want to retry them or just let him go at this point. And because of Vybz Kartel's thyroid disease and Graves' disease, they don't even think he will survive another jail sentence. But because of this decision, they won't be able to try him again or anybody else involved. So that case is officially over at this point. Are you happy Vybz Kartel is out of prison? Do you think he's gonna make more music? Do you think he's even physically able to make music at this point? But let me know what you think about the situation in the comment section. Peace.
Considerations the court has taken into account, we conclude that the interests of justice do not require a new trial to be ordered for the appellants.
From prison, fresh from prison, fresh from prison. A brand new king is risen.
Blessings and honor, glory and power. You don't know if you may just happen a brand new show, a fresh new show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of my viewers them. And all not subscribe it, nothing at all no change. The door is always open, so no know if you go do. Now, on this show forwarding up, we have good news, big news, great news for people. Today is definitely a great day for the music industry, especially over the Gaza side. We're not supposed to get the news by now, we're not supposed to hear by now. We're not supposed to get the memo. The teacher himself, the world boss, Vybz Kartel, is finally free. There will be no more court hearing, no more appeal, no more back and forth with the justice system. The entertainer and him co-accused them finally free. The ruling was handed down since there.
The court starts with the Constitution, which provides that upon conviction, a person should not be tried for a second time unless a court of superior jurisdiction, which is the appellate court, orders that there be a retrial. The Constitution did not set out the circumstances in which the court should order a retrial. It is to case law that the court looks to determine trial. The principles governing the question of a new trial, which was set out more Privy Council in the case of Reed against the Queen. We will not state 20 cases since Reed, and we have an amalgamated list of those factors. There are 12 factors that the court has considered. The seriousness and prevalence of the offense, that's 1. 2, the strength of the prosecution's case. 3, the availability of the prosecution's witnesses and exhibits be facilitated within a reasonable time. 6, the time. 7, the ordeal to be faced by the appellants if a new trial is ordered. Publicity on the fairness of a new trial, if ordered. 9, 11, potential legislative changes in the sentence for murder. 12, the possibility of prejudice arising from the mandatory minimum sentence and minimum term before eligibility for parole. We have considered all the factors governing the court's determination of whether a new trial should be ordered, and have given due regard to all the material, submissions, and evidence presented by the appellants and the Crown. We commence by stating that the egregious nature and seriousness of the offense in this case is beyond argument. So too is the prevalence of the offense of murder in Jamaica. We make a barefaced defiance of law and order involving allegation recovered, or should we say an alleged killing in which the body of the deceased has not been recovered, and interference with the role of the police. The court is therefore satisfied that the nature, seriousness, and prevalence of the alleged offense in this case, that there are several equally powerful factors which, when combined, militate against ordering a new trial. In summary, these factors are the insufficient and inadequate account by the prosecution for the availability of its witnesses and trial exhibits, or no unavailable or cannot be accounted for. 3, the 64 days and utilize a significant share of the court and the appellant's resources. Therefore, the time, financial costs, expense, and impact on the court's resources, as well as trial, we find that this is significant and it militates medical effect that a new trial would likely have on the appellants who have already spent 13 years in custody with problems relating to the appellant Palmer, which came through medical reports that stand unchallenged by the Crown and therefore speak to declining health in the penal institution. The court looks at the lapse of time, estimation be at least 15 years. We find that to be inordinate. 6, the unjustifiable interference with the appellant's constitutional rights to a fair. Section 16 of the Constitution of Jamaica and the potential for that breach or interference, we should say continuing, if a new trial is ordered. We look at the potential prejudice.
Hello, we all know that Vybz Kartel is now out, and we've seen how the wife has been so happy. She has jubilated, and most of the people from Gaza are happy and are taking to the streets to celebrate. It's like bringing a medal, an Olympic medal to Jamaica. And one question still remains: what's the fate of Vybz Kartel? We've seen him doing music while in prison. We've seen his achievements. And one thing, and he was imprisoned to death he got life imprisonment in 2014. Now, 10 years later, he has been released and is now a free man. What do the people of Jamaica have to say about it? What does the world has to say about it? And how is the feeling of the people of Jamaica? And how is the world feeling? Now, we know he's a big superstar and he has been pushing music while in prison. We've seen a lot of bangers from him while in prison. And just to be honest, is one of the biggest names from Jamaica in the recent days we are living. So many people are talking. The world is now, Jamaica is now at a standstill because their king, dancehall king, is out, and they have every reason to celebrate. Others have every reason to hate. Others have every reason to talk about this. But one thing still remains: Jamaica will still be Jamaica. Jamaica will still be an island of the people, of black people who are lovely and who have actually persevered, gone through a lot to be where they are. I am not taking this as an advantage of this or that, but I'm here to talk a very important message that the world might be against you. Do not show the world that you are against each other. You are against yourselves. Please, you always support yourselves in the outside, but from the inside, you know whatever is happening. You can quarrel, but when it comes to the international image, create it. How many times do we see the US hiding a lot of things, ghettos in the US, a lot of police brutality, just to display a perfect country? But it is not. We've seen how many times it wants to collapse. So this is your time, Jamaica. Please make everything right. I love you all, my people. See you.